It's no secret that Alina Habba has really not been on her A game, really, for any of the trials or lawsuits that she has filed on behalf of Donald Trump. She has repeatedly gone into the courtroom, made a complete fool of herself, but more importantly, she has gone into several different courtrooms on behalf of Donald Trump and actually violated the rules of the court. To the point where in the E. Jean Carroll defamation trial that's only been going on for 2 weeks, there was one day alone, where the judge, as they're playfully calling it, had to bench slap her 14 different times in a single day for breaking the rules of the court. In fact, here it is. 14 times in a single day, dinging her for ignoring his previous rulings, not knowing how to properly cross-examine a witness, and number 3, ignoring the basic rules for introducing evidence into a trial. And it's that third one there that could get Alina Habba in a lot of trouble. Not necessarily with the court, but according to legal experts, that third one, not following procedures for introducing evidence in a trial, that can get you sued for legal malpractice. Here is what Stephen Gillers, a legal ethics professor at the NYU School of Law, had to say about this. The two consequences of Habba's ignorance of courtroom evidence rules are, first, personal humiliation and embarrassment, and second, the risk that evidence that would have been admissible and helpful to Trump will not get admitted. In theory, that could, in turn, expose her to malpractice liability, assuming there is such evidence and assuming it could be proved that it would have made a difference. Gillers then said, even if Trump could prove the first part of this, I doubt he could prove the second part. So basically, this ethics law professor says she looks ripe for malpractice. Now, not saying it would be a slam dunk for Donald Trump to sue her, but he could probably prove at least part of it if he wants to sue Alina Habba for malpractice. We learned recently he's paid her over $2 million for this idiotic representation that she's had. But it's important for people to remember, being incompetent alone, like just being stupid, you can't sue for legal malpractice for that. You can't sue for legal malpractice for not winning a case. There has to be some kind of really just gross negligence there to where the lawyer did something so bad, like breaking the rules of the court, that it resulted in the defendant losing the case or the plaintiff losing the case. So if the lawyer's conduct arises to the level where they're rule breaking or they're, evidence, not following procedures, if that could be determined that changed the outcome of the case, then you can sue for legal malpractice. But the rules vary state to state. And this professor is specifically only talking about in New York. So could he sue her for legal malpractice in New York and win? Probably not. Could he sue her for legal malpractice under the rules in Florida that are actually much, much lighter and win? Yes, he could. If she did the same thing down here in these trials. Because don't forget, she did file lawsuits on behalf of Donald Trump in Florida that she did not win. In fact, she got sanctioned for them. But stupidity is not necessarily something you can sue for legal malpractice. So Alina Habba is likely safe from being sued for malpractice just because of the way the different rules are in the different states. If the two had been switched, if she filed the lawsuit that she was sanctioned for in New York, she probably could have been sued for malpractice for that one there because of the evidence rules. If she had done what she did in the courtroom in New York, in Florida, she could be sued for legal malpractice down here. So because they were flip-flopped, she is likely protected. So that's a very weird thing. So it's important, by the way, if you're a lawyer, to know the malpractice rules from state to state. But none of it matters anyway, because Trump would never do that. Because Trump loves Alina Habba because she is doing what he wants her to do. She is trying the case in the court of public opinion. She is out there as a mouthpiece, not as a legal representative. Her job is to go out there in the media and say the stupid things that Trump wants her to say. And if that's his gauge of how well she's doing, then she is doing a phenomenal job. Now, he may sing a different tune once she costs him literally hundreds of millions of dollars, which is what's at stake in both the New York fraud trial and the E. Jean Carroll trial combined. So for now, he's loving every second of it, but that could change when he has to start emptying his bank accounts. Hi everyone, this here is little Athena, and Athena would like to know why you haven't subscribed to Fair and Balanced yet, so please don't let Athena down. Subscribe today.